What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports here. It is week number 4 of our 2024 season sim. Decided to bring back the 90s throwbacks because that is such a good look for the Broncos in those jerseys. Their quarterback, number 10, Bo Nix, the rookie, leading this franchise in Sean Payton after the failed, can call it nothing less than a failed attempt with the Russell Wilson acquisition, just the amount of money that they are eating for him to have even gone away to play for the Steelers. Browns 1-2 in this 2024 season sim. Had a big week 3 win over the Commanders. Need to keep that going again today. Deshaun Watson, he's having another nice day. Look at that hair glistening on Sean Payton. And again, there is Bo Nix with his offense as well. I've actually got a couple of grad parties this afternoon that I need to hit, so through the beauty of technology, Kit's going to call this one for you guys. We really appreciate you being on. Thanks so much to all of our subscribers, and make sure you like this video as well. So without further ado, take it away, Kit.
Appreciate that, Phil. Here, excited for this AFC matchup between the Broncos and the Browns, and as Phil mentioned, for us, it is a big game. Browns 1-2. Certainly need a good performance here, trying to build off of that offensive and defensive performance from the game against the Commanders in Week 3. Here's a look at Bo Nix, the rookie quarterback there in Denver, and his season so far, as they're going to have the ball first. Hey, welcome in, Bo. Welcome in, Karen. Welcome in, Carter. And welcome in, Mitchell. Glad to have you all here. And excited to see, hopefully, the Browns do well here. Bo Nix with the first snap of the ball game. Back to pass, firing deep down to the left side, nearly picked off. Juan Thornhill with an opportunity at that one. Probably should have had it, as it was left just a bit short by Bo Nix. But no damage done. We'll bring up a 2nd and 10 out of the gun. Nix back to pass, firing right side. That one is going to be picked. Denzel Ward with the ball. Excuse me, Newsom with the ball. He's going to have that one. And a very big start here. The nuisance able to rob that one too many, or the second throw too many, as he just left that one short as well. Just a little bit too little on the ball. As you see, it was going to the outside. Newsom just cherry picks underneath it. Comes away with a big interception. The defense very quickly taking the ball away, setting up Deshaun Watson in this offense in primo position for start this game out. Starting out on the 14-yard line now. 2 tight ends to his right from under center. Nick Chubb in the backfield. He's going to have the ball to Nick Chubb. He's got a nice little hole up the middle. Is going to pick up 8 yards on his first carry of the ball game. A good start to his day. Now coming out in the I formation. Jed Wills, the tackle eligible on the right side. This time, handoff to Chubb is going to pick up nothing there. A 3rd and 2, the result, lock in on the tackle. So a big 3rd and 2 here from the 6-yard line. Out of the gun, Deshaun Watson has the snap. Ball near, no, he got it, touchdown somehow. I'm not sure he got that through. The defender did have the hand in there, but Judy is going to come out with a touchdown. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Looked like it went off the defender here and it deflected to him. I'm going to get a better look. Yeah, look, he's trying to bat it away and it just misses not a great opportunity. Somehow squeaks by, and Jerry Judy with the touchdown for the Browns. So just like that, some complimentary football. A big pick from Newsom is going to convert for a touchdown with the throw to Jerry Judy in the end zone, just sneaking it past the defender, trying to swat that one away. So 7-0 the start here. Well, that's interesting. Hopefully that is a momentary thing for you there, Bo. Let me know if it's a performance issue from our end. It does say excellent connection, so hopefully it's just a momentary glitch for you there. So, another opportunity here for the Broncos. Bo Nix with his 2nd drive here. Back to pass, and pressure right in his face, and he turfs it as he was getting absolutely clobbered back there. Mo Hurst gets in to create that pressure as this demolition dog defensive line looking to make something happen. A little swing pass out to the right side, and quickly up there is Denzel Ward to make a 1-yard TFL. Samaje Perine the back out of the backfield on that one. Oh, good. I'm glad you fixed it there, Bo. Glad to hear that. Out of the gun, Bo Nix. Pocket holds, firing down left side, and that one just goes innocently to the turf. Martin Emerson in there, knocking it away. That'll bring up 4th down. So a 3 and out for the Broncos, and they're going to have to punt here. It is fielded at the 30 and taken out almost to the 40 there, about an 8-yard return. As it looks like Hicks a little banged up on that one. Watson, the throw, that one should have been picked right in the hand of the defender, but he couldn't come away with it. That was Mathis with the opportunity. Watson kind of gets away with an errant throw on that one, 2nd and 10. Watson now swinging it out to Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb with the ball, breaks the tackle, and then the second defender does bring him down, pick up a 2. If you're just tuning in, Amari Cooper is still out. He is still injured as Watson's going to try to take this one off, but he is going to be tackled for a loss. And the 4th and 14, so the Browns are going to have to punt also after they also go 3 and out. Welcome in, Wendell. Glad to have you. But one more week for Amari Cooper, so you'll see Tillman, and you'll see Jerry Judy out there. For the Broncos, they are missing Javonte Williams, so it's Samaje Perine and Audric Estime, the rookie from Notre Dame. A little option keeper here for Bo Nix. A nice little gap, opening up there on the left side, and he's going to pick up 12 and a first down. Their first down of the ball game. Out of the gun for Bo Nix. And he's going to take a big sack. Ogo Okoronkwo gets in there for the first sack of the ball game. And it's a loss of 7 on the play, 2nd and 17. After Bo Nix kind of rolled right into the sack, and a little early movement here on the left side of the line. And that's going to back them up even further. Yeah, Hobo absolutely crushed him there. You're right. You're right, Bo. That was a big hit. 2nd and 22 now after the laundry on the field. Bo Nix, pocket holds over the middle. He's got his man. That's going to pick up some of that lost yardage. 3rd and 11. That one goes to Mims. Pick up of 11. And more movement on the left side of the line. This time the guard. And that will back them up again. 3rd and 16. Yes, I figured as much. That was a big hit on Bo Nix there. Yeah, we'll see, Wendell. You know, I just don't think the Browns are going to rush him out, as Myles Garrett's going to get back there for his first sack of the ball game, just squeaking off the edge there to get Bo Nix. And a 4th down the result. The Demolition Dogs come out to play here early in the goings of this one. So the Broncos going to punt this away. Nice little cutback here, and then he's going to be taken down. About a 6-yard punt return. And a little injury there to Dixon for the Broncos. We'll see about Nick Chubb, though. I think the Browns are going to be really conservative with him and bringing him back. I don't know about week 1. We'll see. He could very well start the season out on the PUP list as a little option keeper out to the outside. Boot to the outside. Throws it underneath to Moore, picks up 4. Now from under center, Deshaun Watson, Chubb in the backfield. Quick little throw, and that one's going to go incomplete. Was looking for Jerry Judy on that one. Now emptying the backfield. Trips to his right, 2 receivers left. Watson over the middle. He's got the Chief, and I think, yes, he does have just enough for the first down. Little stick route, good for a first. Well executed by number 85 out there. And the Browns here at midfield at a 7-zip lead. From under center, Sean Watson. Handoff goes to Nick Chubb. Little cutback, and he's not going to find a lot of room there. Stopped for no gain. 2nd and 10. Oh, jump for the offensive line here. Believe that was Bitonio with the quick movement. It was, and it's going to be a 2nd and 15. Trips to his left. Nick Chubb on his right hip. Watson with the snap. Pressure coming, and he's going to throw it quickly, and he's got it out to Njoku. He's going to pick up a number of yards there. About 9. Out of the gun. Now Watson got it complete to the Chief again, and this one's going to pick up another first down. Nice little in-cutting route there. Able to get himself a little tight end angle out there. Able to get himself the ball and a quick first down in the seam. And then kind of does a little bowling ball action there off some would-be tacklers and some extra yardage out of it, as we've seen so often from number 85. Ah, yes, they have won 8 in a row. They've been very good, as that one should have been picked. Very good have been the Guardians. They've been a hot team of late, and certainly like seeing that. As he's got 4 receivers now stacked out to his left. Watson throws it underneath, setting up a screen on the weak side, and he's got Chief, little tight end weak screen there. Picks up a chunk, and he's going to have a 3rd and 2. Nice little execution on that play. A little misdirect with 4 receivers left. Brings it backside to the Chief. And now a first down completed over the middle. That's Aikens, the 2nd tight end. And he is able to get another first. So a lot of work early to these tight ends has been going for Deshaun Watson, finding success with his big-bodied receivers. Watson now firing downfield. He's got it. Touchdown for the... Oh, no. 1st and goal. They said he was out of bounds. No, I thought for sure he was in. 1st and goal from the 1. I thought for sure that was going to be a touchdown. How is that not a touchdown? He is definitely across the line with the ball. That is such a bad call. Oh, no. Very clearly a touchdown here based on where he got the ball. All you have to have is control with the ball across the plane. You had both of them there. And instead it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1. Out of the gun. Watson looking, firing, touchdown! That one is going to be a touchdown, no doubt about it. And Jerry Judy with his 2nd of the ball game as he was uncovered in the end zone. And that's going to be far too easy, as Watson had all day to find number 3 just sitting there by himself. Nice little throw inside to keep it away from the defender and giving Jerry Judy the best chance to come away with 6, which he does. 14-0 the scoreline here. Browns doing some good things early at both sides of the ball. We saw some complimentary football early. Greg Newsome with the early pick that ended in a touchdown going to Jerry Judy 3 or 4 plays later. And then we had a nice drive put together there. A lot of tight end work, but Jerry Judy, the one to put it away. Thought for a minute there it should have been Cedric Tillman with the touchdown, but they ruled it short on the 1, and instead Jerry Judy comes away with his 2nd. Now Nixie's going to be sacked. Obo Okoronkwo gets in there for his 2nd. Big pressure coming off the outside of that defensive line, and look out, Demolition Dogs came out here slathering today. They're very excited. You can see all that pressure getting back to Bo Nix, licking their chops. And Bo Nix now going to take this one off. Big gap for him to take off with, and JOK gets up there to clean that up. 3rd and 6. Now out of the gun. Bo Nix firing over the middle. That one knocked away. That was Devin Bush in there out of his linebacker position, getting a hand in the coverage and knocking it down. So the sack does enough damage. another 3 and out for these Broncos, and they're going to have to punt. Now, fair catch at the 40-yard line there. Nyheim Hines calling for that fair catch. And the Browns with a nice field position again here, starting at their own 41. Trips to the left. Nick Chubb on his right hip. Watson hands it off to Nick Chubb. He cuts back into a defender oddly. Had a hole kind of off to the left side. Didn't really like that, I guess, but there was an unblocked defender off the right perimeter, and he kind of needed to work away from that. Worked into it a little bit more and ends up with only 3 yards. It could have been more. Watson now firing out to the right side. That one's going to be picked right to the defender. He actually had leverage on the inside. Watson didn't see him. Apparently, Surtain got in on that inside leverage and is able to take the ball away on a ball to the inside, right where you would normally want it for that slant route. Problem is the defender had better leverage than the receiver did, and Elijah Moore couldn't do much about it with that ball put outside where the defender was already sitting. A bad trigger there from Deshaun Watson puts it right into the hands of Patrick Surtain. 1st and 10 here for Bo Nix and these Broncos. Handoff up the middle. Samaje Perine fights for some yardage and is only going to pick up 1. Second and 9. Bo Nix firing out to the right side, and he's got Samaje Perine out of the backfield. He's going to have a first down. And the ball at the Browns' 37-yard line after that turnover. Nix fakes the handoff and fires underneath for 3. Bo Nix now 4 of 9 in this game. 3 of those receptions have gone to his running back, Samaje Perine, out of the backfield. 2nd and 7 now. Pressure coming, and Fire swings it out to the right side. That's the rookie out of Notre Dame, Audric Estime. 3rd and 11. And that's going to end the first quarter here. So after the quarter break, Browns leading 14-0, but 1 turnover each. And the Broncos with an opportunity to try to punch this one in after Deshaun Watson ended up forcing it into defensive leverage in a bad spot here. Now alone and unafraid. And pressure coming, is going to take a big sack. Should have been afraid. That was all kinds of pressure right up the gut, and Tomlinson gets in there. Dalvin Tomlinson gets in for a big sack with the help of Hall. And a 4th and 22 is going to get the Browns out of trouble. The defense covers the interception here for Deshaun Watson by coming up with a big sack and forcing them out of field goal range, and a punt instead will give the Browns back the ball at the 16-yard line. Hey, Dale, welcome in. Yeah, rigged. I didn't rig it. It's not even being simmed from here. There's no controls. This is pre-recorded. Phil pre-recorded this. Now, I can't verify whether or not he rigged it. I don't think he did, though. In fact, we never touch the controls of the games when it comes up to this. I will say it is even in the turnover battle right now. 1 pick each. Just the Browns have capitalized off of their turnover, whereas the Broncos have not. This Browns defense, especially the defensive line, has been very, very good, creating all kinds of havoc for the young Bo Nix. 2nd and 6 here. Watson, 3-step drop, and he's going to get it dangerously underneath. Kind of an ugly throw there. Does get it complete to David Njoku, but a 3rd and 6 the result. Yeah, somebody did. Glad to have you, though, Dale. Hope you're doing well. Watson got it complete, Chief. Nice little catch, just staying with it there. For a moment, it looked like he didn't have control, but he kind of stuck with it and able to control it after all for a first down. His 6th reception, he's had quite a bit of a workload in the underneath here, as have the tight ends for the Browns. That one knocked away from Elijah Moore. Surtain, he has been very good in this game so far. He does have the interception for the Broncos. That one a nice PBU for him. 2nd and 10. Watson, all kinds of time, throws out to the outside, and that one's going to be the second pick, and it should go for 6. No, he cuts to the inside, giving the defense or the offense a chance to make the tackle. Oh my goodness, that should have been a pick 6 all the way. Watson, very fortunate that the defender, Stearns, ends up cutting this inside foolishly, because if he just keeps running forward, he's gone. Instead, he takes this kind of hesitation step to the inside and allows the pursuit to get to him. But Bo Nix does have the ball here at the 33-yard line after the second interception for this Broncos defense. Hey, Phil, welcome. Glad to have you here on the chat. Norman, welcome in. Glad to have you too. And yes, go back and watch from the beginning. It's been fun so far, although except for the picks for Watson. Is another sack here. Hall gets in, and Michael Hall able to come away with yet another sack for this Browns defense. The Demolition Dogs have been hard at work in this one so far, creating havoc, and poor Bo Nix is getting absolutely abused back there, and this O-line struggling to keep them out. Yeah, I'm not sure who he was throwing to, Wendell. You're absolutely right. As a field goal attempt, they're going to try to fake it. What a poor call, and nothing doing. He was absolutely snuffed out from the beginning. MJ Emerson gets in there and shuts that down in the backfield. So again, the Broncos failing to capitalize with any points whatsoever on their second turnover of the ball game, and in spite of the 2-1 deficit in turnovers for the Browns still up 14-0. Yeah, so far so good, Wendell, especially after the first 2 weeks. The defense had been awful, absolutely awful. And so good to see the defense coming alive here against these Broncos. We've needed them because the offense have had their woes with the interceptions. And that one complete Jerry Judy with a nice little grab, working in the seam on the right side. Yeah, exactly, Phil. Sean Payton with a very questionable, very suspect call to fake it on that field goal. And ends up with not much doing as Nick Chubb finds a little hole off to the left side, working his way up a seam, finding 8 yards on that rush. 2nd and 2. Yes, the kits do look good for the Broncos. Love this old look for the Broncos, for sure. This one complete to Akins. He's been active in this ball game. Both number 84 and number 85 working for these Browns, as they have been a big part of what Deshaun Watson's wanted to do in this game. 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Nick Chubb. He's got a little bit of space, not much working though, as it quickly closed and doesn't pick up any yardage there. It's back to the line of scrimmage. Snap is back. Watson looking out to the left side, and he's got a complete Akins again. 3rd and 4. As they manage to make it a 3rd and reasonable here. Watson has the snap. Fires over the middle. Somehow complete. Jerry Judy hangs on with 2 defenders popping him at the same time. And that's got him down to the 6-yard line. What a game Judy's had so far. He's been very dangerous, as he's had a number of chunks in this game. And now Watson with the keeper. Somehow he breaks 2 tackles into the end zone. Deshaun Watson showing his stuff and just shedding would-be tacklers on his way to 6. Deshaun Watson does it all himself. Watch this one. He's like, nope, not for you. Second defender can't make the tackle either. Nice little stiff arm on the first one. We're going to look at that again here. Puts him right in the turf. Nope, sit down. And the second tackler tries to catch him from behind, unable to do so. Watson gets himself into the end zone for 6. And the Browns taking a 21-0 lead here, after a nice 8-play drive gets them down into the end zone. Face mask. Hey, Dope, welcome in. Glad to have you. I mean, so technically you can put your hand on the face mask in a stiff arm situation. What you can't do is close your hand or grab onto the face mask in that situation. So as long as there's no movement with the, I didn't see him grab it, Dale. Not personally. Another sack is coming. Oh no, the screen sack. We've seen too many of those. Unfortunately, I feel bad. This one's Zadarius Smith, but the screen sacks have been a pandemic in this game, and we've seen far, far too many of those as the Broncos, the victim here of that particular screen sack. Samaje Perine with the carry is going to get them to a 3rd and 14. Yes, D-line has been absolutely feasting. You're right, Phil. No doubt. Bo Nix underneath, and that's not going to be enough. And so a 3 and out after the big sack from the screen. Sets up a 4th and 11, brings out the punter. And yes, the O-line has been very much suffering in this game for the Broncos. They have looked like a sieve, as the defensive line for the Browns, the Demolition Dogs, have been feasting. They really have, and it's not just been one or two of them, it's been a group effort. We've seen Dalvin Tomlinson, we've seen Mo Hurst back there, we've seen Myles Garrett, of course. We just saw Zadarius Smith. So it's and of course Obo Okoronkwo. He's got 2. So we've seen a whole bevy of defensive linemen creating pressure back there. Mike Hall has been back there as well. So lots of defensive pressure for this unit as they've been rotating through and managing to get pressure in on Bo Nix. Now Deshaun Watson out to the outside. He's got a complete guess who, Jerry Judy. And he's got another first down for the Browns. 5 receptions now for Jerry Judy, 50 yards to his credit. And Wendell, he's not talking because he's actually not on the call. It's just me this time. He had other things going on, some grad parties going on. He's probably just checking in on the chat while he's got some time. But he didn't have a time to run a full game. So he pre-recorded this for me, and I'm now bringing it to all of you. I haven't seen this yet, so this is all new to me. But yeah, he just when his schedule does not allow for him to actually call a game, a lot of times he'll just pre-record it, have it ready for me, so that whenever I've got time to call a game, I'll run the recording of it and then just call it as I see it. Is this one not quite far enough? He had a step. Did Elijah Moore, but just slightly behind him. Mathis able to make the play and knock it down, and the Browns going to go for this on 4th and 4. This does feel very Kevin Stefanski to me, in kind of that no man's land. A 4th and 4, definitely the kind of play call you'd expect out of the ace. Now out to the right side, he's got it. Oh, David Njoku stopped short. I thought for a moment he was going to have enough, but he kind of came back to the ball there. Lost a little bit of yardage, and not enough. Going to turn the ball over on downs. Is that really the 3rd turnover for these Browns, as they've struggled a bit in the turnover margin in this game. This one complete but out of bounds, so Bo Nix going to be looking at a 2nd and 10 after that one. Yes, as Phil said, that's why he couldn't be on. So couldn't dedicate an entire hour to calling a game with all those grad parties going on, as that one is going to be an ugly missed tackle opportunity for the Broncos, and they take advantage of it to the tune of another first down. Bo Nix, pocket holds. He's just going to take this one himself out past the 30 to the 20. Nice little run for Bo Nix. And another first down, his 3rd carry of the ball game. And the Broncos now to the 19-yard line, trying to finally put some points on the scoreboard here. They've had opportunities that they have let get away from them here. This one, their best opportunity of the ball game, but he's going to take a big sack as Myles Garrett and Dalvin Tomlinson meet at the quarterback. And yet another sack for the Demolition Dogs. 2nd and 20. Trips to his left. Pressure coming, and another sack. Ball gets home. And oh no, look out. This Demolition Dog defense is here to play. And they have been absolutely abusing poor Bo Nix. 3rd and 30 after the back-to-back sack. Yes, definitely his legs. Oh no, 3 in a row, Myles Garrett, and that is going to take them out of field goal range. Unless they want to kick a really long one. And oh, Bo Nix looks like he got a little banged up on that one. They're not going to go for the very long field goal. They're going to punt it. So yet another opportunity missed. That one all the way up at one point to the 19, but with a 4th and forever and out of field goal range, they elect to punt, and that's going to take us to halftime as the Browns are going to just kneel this one out. So at half, 21-0. The turnover margin currently 3-1, favoring the Broncos, and normally you'd expect that to be the scoreline 21-0 Broncos. However, the Broncos have been absolutely abused when it comes to the offensive line, and the Demolition Dogs getting home to Bo Nix, who has taken far too many sacks in this game so far, which is why the scoreline is as it is, 21-0. All right, Dale. Sorry about that for your Broncos. It's been a little bit rough here in this one, but we'll catch you next time. Yes, we certainly have been there. No doubt. We've had very, very similar experiences to this, and yes, I know it is definitely rough when it happens to your team. I certainly understand. 2nd and 11. Tight bunch formation to his left from under center. Watson. And that was an ugly throw again. Lucky that one wasn't picked. That could have been his 3rd interception. Luckily, it was just knocked down. 3rd and 11 now. And Surtain continuing to have a great game. Now in the zone after that PBU. Watson firing downfield. He's got it complete. Jerry Judy with yet another catch as his good day continues. His 6th reception now nearly 70 yards. Closing in on his century mark for the day. Yes, Judy certainly is having a day as he's got it complete this time. Nick Chubb, he's going to pick up 7 from out of the backfield. Outlet works out for Watson. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. Watson fakes the handoff. Now firing downfield, and Tillman couldn't quite get control of that one. Had a chance, Surtain in coverage, but it'll bring up 3rd and 3. Watson out of the gun. Pocket holds, fires to his left side, and that one is going to be shorter line to gain. No gain, in fact, on the play at all, as the Chief couldn't get much going there. Stearns in coverage. And Bojorquez comes out to left foot this one downfield, which he does. And that one's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 for Bo Nix. Myles Garrett in the zone. He's getting double teamed though. This one just thrown away. Pocket collapsing. Bo Nix gets out of it, and then he's going to find a guy way back behind the play. Able to get it complete to Dulcich. His 2nd reception of the ball game. Devin Bush in on the tackle. 3rd and 5. Pressure coming, and he gets away from Myles Garrett somehow. Bo Nix able to get a first down after somehow he got out of reach of Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett couldn't quite get to him, and a first down achieved for Bo Nix by by land in this case. Quick handoff goes to Samaje Perine. He's going to pick up 6, his 3rd carry of the ball game. Now firing downfield. Got a wide open man. That's Estime, as he is going to come out of the backfield for a nice catch there. And a big shot downfield to the rookie Estime. Nicks the rookie running back. And that one goes for a much needed chunk for these Broncos, as they are now down to the 8, and they have got to convert here if they want to have any chance of being in this ball game from their own 8. 1st and goal. Handoff goes to the rookie Estime. He's got a little seam, and he is going to be tackled there at the 4-yard line. Although it looks like he's getting up gingerly, perhaps injured. 2nd and goal. Samaje Perine comes back into the ball game. Handoff, or fakes the handoff to Samaje to the end zone. Touchdown Broncos, as that one goes to Troutman. And the Broncos finally capitalizing and are on the board. You left just a bit too early there, Dale, as your Broncos finally have scored and looking to make this a ball game with their first touchdown. Stop playing this game so bad. We're not playing the game, Wendell. It's being simulated. All of it is being simulated. So out of the end zone, he's going to get it out to the 21-yard line. Let's look at Nick Chubb's season so far. If you're just joining us, very much appreciate you. If you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe to the channel, we'd appreciate that as well. Also appreciate the likes on the videos, as those help us get more viewers into the channel. We are, I believe, just 4 subscribers away from getting to 1,100, our next milestone in terms of our subscriber base. So very much appreciate all you subscribers, new and old. And everyone here at Nagy Nation, we appreciate you. We couldn't do it without you. And if you want to take that fandom to the next level, we do have a Discord. There is a link to that in the description of this video or any of our others. As a nice shot downfield does not caught. Surtain knocks it out of the hands of Jerry Judy that time. But in the Discord, you get a chance to get notified when we're going to go live. In fact, we had 20 minutes notice on this one for those that are in the Discord, so that you can have an idea when to expect us to bring it to the channel. You're not reliant on YouTube maybe telling you, or perhaps not telling you, that we've actually gone live. Sometimes that notification is delayed from YouTube, so with a little heads up, you can have an idea of when to look for us to go live. Also, we talk about all things Browns, all things NFL. We have our spotlight games of the week, our polls for who you'd like us to bring on the channel in terms of matchups. We have those going right now, in fact, so you're welcome to hop on there, take a look, check it out, and vote on the games you'd like to see. As the pressure coming, and the ball's out! Broncos do recover, but yet another sack. That one goes to Zadarius Smith. He's got 1.5 on the ball game. And more action from these demolition dogs. The ball comes out. He actually kind of threw it at the ground. It's kind of odd. Didn't really have control. Had it in one hand, which you really shouldn't do it like that, especially outstretched like that, taking a sack. Rookie mistake there is fortunate for Bo Nix. He avoids the worst of it as his lineman saves the day, hopping on the ball. But working underneath on the very next play does not work out in their favor, as the Broncos will have to punt yet again. Well, another opportunity for the Browns here. They've got some things to clean up a little bit on offense. They've had some opportunities early in this ball game, but most recently they've kind kind of been sputtering a bit here on offense, so trying to get it back together and trying to answer that earlier Bronco touchdown. Watson works out to his outside, looking for Jerry Judy, a little bit behind his man, and Judy not able to control it. 2nd and 10. Watson, plenty of time going downfield, got a wide open Tillman, and Tillman's got it for a big chunk there. And a first down achieved with all kinds of space here in the defense. You're going to see Watson has all kinds of time, drops a nice little rainbow into Tillman right in stride, drops it right on him, kind of between defenders there, and able to pick up a big chunk for the Browns. Down to the 33 of the Broncos. Watson firing out to his left, looking for Jerry Judy, and he did catch that for 5 yards. For a minute, it looked like it was incomplete because the ball ended up on the ground. Kind of a weird animation there, but they ruled it a catch, so a catch it is. 2nd and 5. Watson now floating and go! Oh my goodness, he had just barely not enough on it. Jones able to get his fingers on it and knock it away, but man, the step there from Elijah Moore, he certainly had the space. That would have been 6. Now firing it downfield, he's got it complete to the Chief. So the Browns going to have a 1st and 10 here from the 10 with just an inch or 2 to the goal line to get a first down. Got it complete downfield there. Nice little pickup. Goes to Ricky. 2nd and 2. Now handed it off. Nick Chubb, touchdown. Big old hole right up the middle. And Nick Chubb gets in there for 6. A very nice, productive drive for the Browns here. Able to get back on the back onto the scoreboard again and answer that earlier Broncos touchdown. And welcome in, Norman. Sorry I didn't see you there. Yes, sacks have been the sacks have been impressive in this one. There have been some pretty ugly interceptions, but the Browns have really made up for the offensive woes, especially the interceptions, with the big time performance from the defensive line. Every single one of them has been having a big game. I don't think there's a D lineman without a sack right now. Maybe Mo Hurst. I think Mo Hurst just has a pressure. I don't think he actually has a sack. He forced a throwaway or a turfed ball, I believe. But pretty much everybody else on that D line has got a sack to their name in this one. But really, if your 3rd and or 4th D tackle is the guy without the sack, I think you'll take that. I mean, you've got all 3 of your rotating starting edge rushers with a sack. That one should have been a pick 6. Ward just dropped that one. That was a very uncharacteristic of Ward. But yeah, you got Obo and Miles and Z. All 3 of those guys have sacks. Dalvin Tomlinson's got one. You've got 2. You've got Hall's got one. You've got you've got a lot of sacks going around, and they've all been very productive in that D line. 3rd and 8. Standing in the pocket, he's going to take off with this one. He's got a first down, and that's really been the only thing going well for Bo Nix, has been escaping the pressure and running with his legs. There's a little pushing and shoving going on, no whistles. 28-7 the score with 2:12 left in the 3rd quarter. Brings in the receiver to a tight bunch. Now working into Myles Garrett, and that's never a good thing. Myles Garrett going to get another sack. To his credit, 3.5 on his day. He has been very good, as you might expect. Now an ace formation for the Broncos, handing it off and going to be met by a bevy of defenders. Denzel Ward getting in there along with Dalvin Tomlinson for a TFL. 3rd and 19 as Samaje Perine had absolutely nowhere to go. He was met as the ball was handed off. Now alone and unafraid, Bo Nix, or maybe he should be afraid, as he's going to be chased to the sideline, and he's going to throw that one away. 4th and 19, so the punt unit going to come back out here in the waning moments of the third quarter. Punt is away, and a fair catch called for there at the 17, which is where Deshaun Watson and this Browns offense will take over. Probably time to get Nick Chubb going here, try to run some clock off as you have a nice lead coming into the fourth quarter. Maybe should be looking to chew some of that clock. They fake the handoff to Nick Chubb, firing downfield. He's got Jerry Judy. He's going to get free to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Jerry Judy, just a shifty little move there to get some separation and get past the defense, as nobody took a good angle on him here, and he just sneaks his way beyond and then turns on the Jets. Look at this little cut here. Whoop, and he is gone. Nobody able to catch him. A bad pursuit angle leads to the busted touchdown for the Browns. Able to get himself past the defense and into the end zone is Jerry Judy, and his incredible day continues with his third touchdown of the ball game. Wow, that was awesome. Yeah, take that again. Take that, Broncos, says Phil. Yes, Judy indeed. That was quite the play. Just a bad pursuit angle. Jerry Judy turning on the Jets, able to make a man miss and get himself into the end zone. Nobody catching him. Bo Nix working into the pressure again, and yet another sack. Zadarius Smith getting in there yet again. The 12th sack of the ball game for this Demolition Dogs unit, as they have been very active back there compared to the one sack for the Broncos. Very lopsided in that, as are these stats. You can see there at the quarter break, the Browns are absolutely dominating the stat line against these Broncos. The only exception to that being the turnovers. The Browns have allowed 3 turnovers to their 1, and yet the scoreline 35-7 because of the dominant performance of this defensive line as the ball is loose. But the Broncos recover again. That's the second missed opportunity for the Browns defense on a fumble recovery. They've jarred 2 of them loose now, but not coming up with either of those. 3rd and 10. Pocket holds, bombing it deep into double coverage, and that's going to be knocked away. Thornhill and Newsome both in coverage. 4th and 10. Bo Nix out of the gun. Now working up in the pocket. Now firing downfield to a wide open receiver. And Quinn Miren's going to be injured on the play. He is going to the locker room, so he will be out for some time here. And unfortunately for the Broncos. Bo Nix firing over the middle, got it complete. And that's going to be a pickup of 9, Courtland Sutton. His 4th of the ball game. Penalty markers down. It's going to be a false start for the Broncos. It's going to back them up to a 2nd and 6. Wiping out some of the success on that pass to Courtland Sutton earlier. Firing, got it complete. Bo Nix now 18 of 29, 188 yards, as he has really struggled with all that pressure. He's had a lot more success with his legs, really, in this game than he has with his arm, as he's going to fire downfield, this time incomplete, well short of his mark. Kind of a poor platform throw, as he was on his back foot, thrown against his body there. 2nd and 10. Bo Nix does the same thing. This time gets it to his mark, but incomplete. Good coverage there from the nuisance. And 3rd and 10 coming up. 12:52 left to play in this ball game. 35-7 the score. Pressure coming. Bo Nix fires downfield, does find a man, and just able to get it in to Cortland Sutton. 5 receptions now for him, 77 yards for Mr. Sutton. Pressure coming and another sack. Zadarius Smith now has 3.5. That is 7 between the 2 starting edge rushers for the Browns. 3.5 each. Myles Garrett and Zadarius Smith combining for those 7 sacks. I believe 14 total on the day for the Browns. And another one coming, make it 15. Myles Garrett takes the lead with 4.5 sacks to his credit. 14 now, excuse me, I was off by 1. 14 sacks to 1 for these Broncos. And a 3rd and 22 coming. Yes, we are definitely getting some Broncos revenge in this one. As the pressure coming and another sack coming. Michael Hall Jr. gets in. He's now at 3.5. So many sacks going around for this Demolition's Dogs unit. My goodness, they are incredible. They have been just absolutely brutalizing this offensive line for the Broncos, firing downfield, and that one should have been picked. You can tell he's a little bit off his game. Devin Bush able to get the ball knocked down. Maybe had a chance to pick it, but an incompletion instead. And there's a look at Jerry Judy's day. 8 receptions, 157 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He has been fire. Yes, very, very good day for these Browns on both sides of the ball, except for really Watson's been the odd. I mean, he's had some good moments, but he's also had some bad picks in this one, as he's thrown some not so great balls. But on the other hand, they've also gotten some great performances out of Jerry Judy. Some good stuff out of Nick Chubb. Njoku has been good in this one as well. A couple flashes from Tillman. But Jerry Judy, really the story, with 9 receptions now to his credit. And that one goes incomplete. Looking for more. He's been very quiet. They've tried to target him, has Watson, but Moore really hasn't done much with those opportunities. But that one, no exception, of course. Yes, welcome in, Keith. It has been an explosive offensive performance for the Browns, but even more so for this defense. They have been sensational. D-line has 14 sacks now. And Myles Garrett with 4.5. You've got Michael Hall with 3.5. You've got Zadarius Smith with 3.5. You've got I think 2 sacks for Dalvin Tomlinson. It's been sack city all around. Hey, George, welcome in. Glad to have you. And go Browns. 2nd and 10. Bo Nix. Out to his right side, got it complete. Stolchitz with his 5th reception. I don't think that's not going to happen, Wendell. It's never going to happen. They're not going to remove the orange from the Broncos jerseys. But to be fair, I think, in terms of the look, this is a much better look for the Broncos than their current look. They're kind of stuck in the 90s, 2000s look. As another sack, Zadarius Smith catching up to Myles Garrett. Won't be outdone. 4.5 sacks each for your number 1 and number 2 edge rushers on this unit. I forgot to mention Ugbo Okoronkwo has 2 sacks as well. So now 15 sacks for the Demolition Dogs. And Zadarius Smith getting in there for yet another. Arn Emberson gets in on that one. Knocks it away from Estime, the rookie out of Notre Dame. A 4th and 13 now. Broncos going to go for it. Bo Nix now, another sack. Zadarius Smith takes the lead away from Myles Garrett. Now he's got 5.5 as Myles with 4.5, as if that wasn't enough. And a turnover on downs after the big sack. To the end zone. Ooh, looking for Tillman. Not quite able to get it past Surtain, though. He's had an excellent game in spite of the rest of the Broncos' performance. Patrick Surtain has been very, very good. 2nd and 10. Bunch formation to the right. To the end zone. Touchdown! Guess who? Jerry Judy. His 4th touchdown of the ball game, and he's closing in on 200 yards today. He has been absolutely sensational. Does it again right there. Now 4 touchdowns for number 3. Look at this one. Just nice body control back to the inside. Finds the ball. Maintains the catch through the contact. And brings it in for 6. Beautiful effort there from Jerry Judy. And the Browns going to make this a 42-7 ball game with 7 minutes left to play. And this one is over. Yeah, mercy rule indeed. Yeah, actually, yeah. Between the Demolition Dogs and Jerry Judy, this game has been. I mean, that unit and that player are just going off the charts here. They've been sensational. Demolition Dogs in just the amount of pressures and sacks they've had in this game, and then Jerry Judy just a one-man show over there. 4 touchdowns, nearly 200 yards. Pressure coming. And that one just going to result in an incompletion. Bo Nix somehow able to get that one away. JOK providing that pressure. 2nd and 10. Yeah, definitely a nice revenge game for Judy indeed. He definitely wanted this one, you could tell. And Myles Garrett says, I'm gonna see your 5.5 and match it 5.5 here. He didn't want to be left behind by Zadarius, so now 11 sacks just between the starting 2 edge rushers, and I believe that's, what are they, 18 now? Too many to count. Far too many sacks in this ball game. It has been an absolute sack fest for these Demolition Dogs. 4th and 11. Yes, that would certainly do it, David. It would certainly wake you up in the morning. And guess what? Another sack. Ogbo Okoronkwo now has 3.5 to his credit. And that was a 4th down, so a turnover on downs. That does even up the turnover, or the turnover margin at 3 each, with 2 turnovers on down now for the Broncos, 1 turnover on downs for the Browns with 2 interceptions. So an even Steven in the turnover margin, but the score is what it is because of the sacks. Watson fakes the handoff to Chubb. Now firing downfield, he's got his fullback. That is Ricky, number 44. His 2nd reception of the ball game. Watson firing to the left side. He's got Chief. Chief is not going to quite get there, but he does get it down to the 1. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. And an opportunity to rub a little salt in the wound here and stick it to the Broncos. I know the Browns certainly have a history there and would not mind doing so, as they're going to hand it off to Nick Chubb, and he is going to go backwards for a yard. Yeah, for sure. Pretty sure if you took the over on this one, you're safe. I think you're going to win that bet. And the 2nd sack here for the Broncos goes in the hands of Barton. And Watson, just his 2nd sack so far. That's a bad sign, David. Look out. Pressure coming, firing to the end zone, and Jerry Judy couldn't quite hold on to his 5th touchdown. Surtain in coverage. Nice coverage. He's really been the lone highlight for this defense for the Broncos, has been Patrick Surtain. He has been excellent. Otherwise, this defense has really struggled. The Browns just going to kick up a field goal here. A little chip shot goes for 3, and 45-7 the scoreline now. As it has been all Browns, really, from the opening moments of the ball game. After the second throw for the young rookie, Bo Nix, ended up in the hands of Greg Newsome. And shortly thereafter, a Jerry Judy touchdown. And it's really been a lot of the same since then, except for it's mostly come not by interception, but by sack. As you can see, Myles Garrett is yet again into the zone. That's the second time in the ballgame he's been in the zone. With all the sacks he's had, he's got 5.5, as does Zadarius Smith. A whole bunch of other players with 3.5. And there we are at the 2-minute warning, as this game is completely in hand for the Browns. Yeah, that's all right, David, but you know what happens. But very much appreciate you being on now. Glad to have you, and always enjoy your jokes here on the channel. And thanks for checking in, today. Glad we were able to get you in on this one. As you may have noticed, I have also struggled getting on of late. Had been in training for 2.5 weeks, which I finally completed last Thursday, and am now back in action, at least for a little while, until I have to go out on my first trip, which I don't know exactly when that'll be. So anywhere from a week from now to, or a few days from now to by next Thursday, and or anywhere from there to like 2 months from now. No telling when that might happen. 1st and 10 here for the Broncos. 39 ticks left in this ball game, as it has been an absolute embarrassment for this offensive line. Poor Bo Nix back there has been bludgeoned by these demolition dogs. And I think they're ready for this game to be over. 7 seconds left. Bo Nix, one last throw out of bounds. 3 seconds left. Does stop the clock. So they'll have to snap it one more time. No, not actually per flight. It's, kind of ish. It's paid by the number of days that I work. That one does end up in a last-second Hail Mary touchdown. Kind of bobbled around, a little ping-pong ball there between a number of players, and then Mims does come away with the late touchdown, but it is absolute garbage points at this point. Doesn't really mean much, as the Browns do come away with a 45-14 victory here. But yeah, it's based on the number of flying days that I do in a year for what my actual salary ends up being, which can vary based on how much I look to get myself on the flying schedule based on what I'm bidding for. So it's a bit complicated, but yeah, that's kind of how it works. Yeah, no, that is funny. Sorry, I hadn't read that yet. Here's a look at the Broncos stats. As you're going to see there, a lot of running for Bo Nix. That was really where he was best in the game. Some looks at the receivers. You're going to have to go back and look at the stats yourself if you're interested in them, because Phil said he went through this part at least relatively quickly, so I'm not going to bother trying to read the Broncos stats out to you. I think it takes a little bit more time, however. Surtain, by the way, certainly the highlight for the Broncos, as I mentioned. Here's a look at Watson, 34 of 50. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Nick Chubb with 14 carries, only 34 yards. He did have a touchdown. Watson also with a touchdown. David Njoku with 11 catches and 74 yards. Look at Jerry Judy, 10 for 184 touchdowns. What a day out of him. He was incredible. And then some other catches from other folks. Really the low light there being Elijah Moore. He kind of struggled. And then here is the crazy sack total. 12 tackles, your leader there from JOK, then Bush. But here is the sacks. We had 5.5. I guess only 5 from Miles Garrett. I thought he had 5.5, but 5 from Garrett, 5.5 from Zadarius Smith, 3.5 from Hall, 3.5 from Okoronkwo, 1.5 from Tomlinson. So there you have it. 19 sacks total in this ball game, and it was an absolute sack fest, as you saw. So appreciate you all being on. This one was fun. We'll catch you all next time. But for now, all we have to say is go Browns!